football player, coach, and fan loves a good stiff arm move. At the professional level, they're only so effective. This isn't like playing Madden on the rookie difficulty level, where the stiff arm can always lead to a big play. But every now and then, an NFL player manages to perfect the art of effectively stiff-arming an opponent. It doesn't happen all that often, but when it does, it's highlight reel television. So here are the 10 most disrespectful NFL stiff arms of all time. Number 10. DK Metcalf on James Bradbury. Seattle Seahawks wide receiver DK Metcalf is truly in his own class. Never mind all of Metcalf's highlight reel catches and whatnot. I mean, we all saw him chase down Budda Baker to thwart a pick six, for example. We just don't know how a cornerback can possibly cover this guy one-on-one. Just when you think you have him where you want him, Metcalf finds a way to beat you. Just ask New York Giants standout corner James Bradbury, who got stiff-armed to the ground against Metcalf following a reception by the Seattle wideout in their Week 13 2020 game. It's okay, James. Metcalf will be doing that to a lot of corners for many years to come. At least you finished the tackle. Number 9. Derrick Henry on Alex Myers. We just don't get how you stop Derrick Henry. He's bigger, stronger, faster, and quicker than most people who try to bring him down. Like DK Metcalf, Henry has a ridiculous amount of speed to go along with his giant 6'3", 247-pound frame. More often than not, those who close in on Henry for a tackle attempt don't succeed. And sometimes the results can be actually quite embarrassing. Just ask Detroit Lions cornerback Alexander Myers, who tried to bring Henry down during the Week 15 2020 road game against the Tennessee Titans. Spoiler alert, Myers didn't even come close on this one. Not that Myers could be blamed entirely or anything. The Lions gave up 147 rushing yards and a touchdown to Henry in a 46-25 blowout loss. The entire Lions defense failed to stop this guy. Number 8. Kyle Juszczyk on Minkah Fitzpatrick. We're in an era where fullbacks are rarely used anymore. But just don't tell that to Kyle Juszczyk of the San Francisco 49ers. This guy has played a prominent role in Kyle Shanahan's offense since joining the 49ers in 2017. Juszczyk is rarely used as a runner, but he's a key part of their passing offense, serving as a superb complement to All-Pro tight end George Kittle. Like Kittle, Juszczyk is no stranger to manhandling an opponent every now and then. Take, for instance, what he did to Pittsburgh Steelers star safety Minkah Fitzpatrick in Week 3 of the 2019 season. In the second quarter, Jimmy Garoppolo spotted an open Juszczyk at midfield for a first down. The latter managed to gain some extra yards by dropping the All-Pro safety right to the ground. In Fitzpatrick's defense, I guess there's not much you can do when a fullback has like 30 pounds on you. Number 7. Tuttle on Matt Ryan. To say the New Orleans Saints had their way against Matt Ryan and the Atlanta Falcons in their 2019 Thanksgiving game would be a massive understatement. New Orleans defense annihilated the Falcons offense. They sacked Matty Ice a whopping 9 times and they picked him off twice. It was, simply put, one of the more forgettable outings of Ryan's career. That said, it's not all about the stats. Yes, the sacks and interception numbers told a lot of the story, but Ryan's worst part of the night was the moment when he got stiff-armed by rookie Tuttle after throwing an interception to him. I mean, Ryan does have an inch on Tuttle, but the latter weighs 300 pounds compared to Ryan's 217. Tuttle's gonna win that one-on-one open field battle more often than not. Number 6. Steve Smith Sr. on Adam Pacman Jones. The former All-Pro wide receiver Steve Smith Sr. was a nice underdog story. At 5'9" and just under 200 pounds, many thought Smith was too small to succeed at the NFL level. Despite his elite skill set, Smith wasn't taken until the 3rd round, 74th overall, by the Carolina Panthers in 2001. 16 NFL seasons, 1,031 receptions, 14,731 receiving yards, and 81 touchdowns later, we'd say Smith did a fine job in proving all the doubters wrong. Smith had so many all-time highlight reel moments in his career, but few stand out more than the stiff arm on Adam Pacman Jones that led to a touchdown during his Ravens debut back in 2014. Just another case of size doesn't matter, brought to you by Steve Smith. Number 5. Adrian Peterson on Eric Wright. Adrian Peterson is without a doubt the best running back of his era. The 2012 MVP displayed longevity in an era where many running backs hit the end of their primes before they turned 30. And when it came to pure speed and explosiveness, few running backs ever did it as well as AP. This guy always found ways to rack up the extra yards when it looked like a defender had him in their grasp. Just ask Eric Wright, who was a victim of AP's powerful running style when the Cleveland Browns hosted his Vikings in Week 1 of the 2009 season. Minnesota led by 14 points with 6 minutes left, and they put the ball in Peterson's hand to finish the game. Mission accomplished, courtesy of a power stiff arm on Eric Wright. Peterson finished the day with 25 carries for 180 yards and 3 touchdowns. 64 of those yards came on that epic highlight reel touchdown. Number 4, Vance McDonald on Chris Conte. There are some one-on-one matchups that just aren't fair, like this one. Pittsburgh Steelers tight end Vance McDonald is listed at 6'4", 217 pounds. The safety, Chris Conte, measures at 6'2" and 203 pounds. So if these two are battling one-on-one in the open field, who are you gonna take? The answer is pretty obvious, duh. The Steelers visited the Tampa Bay Buccaneers on Monday Night Football in Week 3 of the 2018 season, looking for their first W of the season. After surrendering the game's first touchdown, Pittsburgh immediately found momentum thanks to McDonald. Facing a 3rd and 10 situation, Ben Roethlisberger hit a wide-open McDonald for the first down. But the Steelers' tight end wasn't satisfied with just moving the chains. Rather, he stiff-armed Chris Conte right to the ground and took it to the house for a 75-yard touchdown. McDonald finished the night with 4 receptions for 112 yards and the score, and the Steelers escaped with a close 30-27 victory. The highlight of the night, unquestionably, McDonald's beast mode run. Number 3, Derrick Henry on Josh Norman. What, you thought this list would somehow only feature Derrick Henry once? Ha! No chance. The aforementioned Henry stiff arm on Alex Myers was filthy and disrespectful enough. But if you thought that was bad, you should ask Josh Norman how he felt getting stiff-armed by Henry back in Week 5 of the 2020 season. Just when it looked like Norman was about to stop the reigning rushing champion from gaining a first down, Henry brought out the stiff arm and bullied the former All-Pro corner right to the ground. Man, oh man, it's amazing to think that Henry can do these types of nasty things to his fellow players and still be one of the most likable guys in the NFL. Number 2, Garrison Hurst on Kevin Williams. Kevin Williams' NFL debut was one to remember. Williams and the New York Jets visited the San Francisco 49ers at 3Com Park in Week 1 of the 1998 season. The two teams engaged in a high-scoring back-and-forth affair. Overtime was required following a 30-all tie through 4 quarters. The 49ers and Jets exchanged punts on their opening possessions in overtime. On their second OT drive, San Fran was backed up at their own 4-yard line. They decided to call a supposedly conservative running play for Garrison Hurst. Only this was anything but conservative. Hurst quickly activated beast mode and pulled off one of the most explosive running plays in NFL history, highlighted of course by a stiff arm on the rookie Williams. Welcome to the NFL, Kevin. Number 1, Marshawn Lynch on Tracy Porter. You all know the story. The Seattle Seahawks somehow won the NFC West Division title with a putrid 7-9 record, defeating the St. Louis Rams on the final day of the season to make history. But all the fun and games were supposed to end rather quickly. The Seahawks had to play the defending Super Bowl champion New Orleans Saints in the NFC wildcard round. The Saints, by the way, won 4 more games than the Seahawks that year, and they went 6-2 on the road in the regular season. Got it all up, and Seattle wasn't supposed to have a chance. But Matt Hasselbeck and the Seahawks somehow managed to keep pace with New Orleans' high-powered offense, and they held a 34-30 lead with 3.5 minutes to go. Looking to put the game away, the Seahawks handed the ball off to Marshawn Lynch, who pulled off perhaps the greatest run in NFL history. And yes, it was highlighted by a mega stiff arm to Tracy Porter en route to the end zone. And with that, the Beast Quake was born as the Seahawks escaped with a thrilling 41-36 victory over the defending champions, thanks to Lynch's beast mode stiff arm on Porter that sealed the game. But hey, what other disrespectful NFL stiff arms should we have included on our list? Join us in the comment section below. If you liked this video and learned a thing or two, clicking the like button helps out a ton, and hey, we appreciate it. If this is your first time coming around to TPS though, subscribing is a great idea because we put out videos like this every single day. But as always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.